Find out what's going on. Get involved. Change things from the inside. Make a difference. Take pride. Multicultural at its best. The Luisa Marshall Show. Coming up.
Just came home from another fundraising event in North Vancouver. Barangay North Van's Bangon Kababayan raised $50,618.20. It's not the final total yet. We will update you next Monday. We have been supporting a lot of fundraising events the past weeks. Oh, it's been so overwhelming. It feels so good to be in those events, just to support them, donate, and talk to a lot of people, and especially different nationalities and different communities. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We'd like to share to you some highlights.
So once again, on behalf of the government and the people of the Philippines, thank you very much to the government of Canada. Thank you very much to the people of Canada for all your love, support, and generosity.
Well, we are so touched by the generosity that we are seeing really all across Canada. And we're seeing everyone coming together, supporting. You yourself, you did a fantastic performance. Congratulations. And we are seeing now, as we speak, many other talents sharing their talents, and of course, making these efforts to raise awareness about the typhoon in the Philippines, and more importantly, to raise funds. So we are really very touched by all the support that we are seeing, and all the generosity and kindness.
All the communities here, not only the Filipino community, but the Indo-Canadian, now the Chinese community, the Korean community. How do you feel that all these nationalities are coming together for this cause?
Yeah, well, really, we are, I would say, humbled by all the support we're seeing all across different sectors, as you mentioned, from the Indo-Canadian, the Chinese, everyone, the theme this afternoon is really very true, love without borders. That's what we're seeing, the love from everyone, and we're really very touched. And I'm sure my kababayan back home in the Philippines feel the same. They feel the love, they feel the oneness being shown by the different community, and we are really very, very grateful for this. For one, firstly, I hope that the Filipino Canadians have already established contacts with their loved ones, because it was a challenge initially during the aftermath of the typhoon, because the communications were all down. But now, at least the reports that we have, the big majority of the communication infrastructure is now operational. So we hope that they have reached their loved ones. And for our part, we are working with different entities, together with our international partners, including the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. They have put up a facility for finding and locating people. And of course, our national government is working with different partners to find out their loved ones, and because we still have many people actually missing up to now. So I would understand the anxiety and the distress this is causing many others. But we are doing our best, and we really pray that your loved ones are safe. And please get in touch with us if you need any assistance coming from the consulate. We'll do our best to link you up to the appropriate authorities.
Well, we're hoping that we'll raise funds. As you know, we support Rose Charities, and one of the reasons that I do that is because they have always been in the Philippines, and they have always been there in all the disasters that's happened, from the first Indonesian tsunami to Haiyan to the Japan, and the recent one. They're there just in the first week. So they're on the ground. These doctors, and if you look at their financial statements, they don't spend anything for any expense except towards the cost. They're always spending their own money. So I thought, it's time for somebody to help them raise more. And these are doctors, very well-known doctors in BC, and they're part of an organization that's got a lot of doctors worldwide, and they're always on the ground before anybody else is, and it's very amazing. CEDA supports them, so we support them a lot, and I think the beauty about them, what I like, is they're going to be there for 2 years, not just come in and out, and they don't go to one location, they go to several locations, and they know what they're doing. So and they know that the medicine, and the beauty about, they're just not just people, they are actually doctors, so that's a big plus. And they know when people need food and things like that. So yeah.
So Alan, can you promise that this is going to be an ongoing event for all of us?
Yes, I hope so. I really do hope so, because I hope that they will stay there for 2 years. CEDA gave them money before for, I think, the Japan and for Sri Lanka. So hopefully that with all the money that's being raised, because whatever the government give extra, it actually goes to CEDA, and CEDA allocate it to this fund, the Typhoon, and then they will look at projects to put the money into, right? So it's very important that the money that we get extra it doesn't go to the charity, it actually goes to CEDA, and CEDA then decides where it goes to. So it's very important that it's an organization that's recognized by CEDA that have actually done work like this before, and Rose Charities is one of those. So.
That's amazing, Alan. The whole Filipino community love you so much for doing this, and we hope that we don't stop giving.
Oh, please don't stop giving.
We'll be back with more highlights. Don't go away.
Donation to Oxfam, our volunteers.
And we would like to thank United Steelworkers Local 2009. They donated employees. Local 1936. They generously donated.
We are all in solidarity with the Haiyan survivors.
Pagmulahan sila ng pagkumias na alam pagpagpapag anumaya inugdog ikaw.
Here we are, among family, friends, and colleagues, expressing our solidarity with the victims. We are in a land far away from the land our forebears call home. Yet, we are still compelled to do something. Our friends that have spoken before me here, outside of the Filipino community, are compelled to do something. There are stories coming out of the diaspora all over the world, and its friends are what give me hope. People are critically examining the effects of climate change. People are critically examining government policies. And people are critically examining existing infrastructure.
And it's not just being critical for the sake of criticizing. It's taking a hard look at the current situation and building new possibilities for a better future. And we are building new possibilities by being open-minded to implementing sustainable infrastructure that will prevent the damage that we saw from this disaster. The most sincere way to do that is to work together so future generations from all communities can collectively benefit from the action we take now to minimize, if not prevent, tragedies on this scale from happening again.
So we're in the corner can also help.
Magkaisang lakas, Pilipino sa ibayong dagat. Gumising na, kumilos na. Magkaisang lakas, Pilipino sa ibayong dagat.
Mabel, it's nice to be here.
Thanks, Luisa. It's great to have you here and to share in the Day of Solidarity for victims of Typhoon Yolanda, the Philippines.
Yeah, you have quite a bit of people here. Wow, big hall.
Well, I've really been inundated with calls of pleas for help from the community. The owner of the hall offered his hall here today, so all expenses, staff and snack and food. So we had the opportunity, so we accepted that. Called different community groups together for a fundraising effort, just to do what we can to raise funds and support Kababayans in need in the Philippines.
So Mabel, what is your message to the Filipino community here in Canada?
Well, my message is I encourage the community to get involved, to participate, to play and role, and help out our Kababayan in the Philippines who are really suffering. We also have an additional message for the Filipino community to consider the impact of climate change. And this is something I think we need to talk about a little bit more, and for the community to play a bigger role and make sure we play a leading role to work for change and to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, because this is something that contributes to these terrible storms. So our focus is to help our Kababayan in the Philippines, and also long term to think about climate change.
Mabel, I know you're very busy, okay? So lastly, okay, now that there are so many fundraising events that are going on, so what do you hope to achieve with us as a community?
Well, I think I've seen a very positive outpouring of support, and many individuals, community groups get involved. And what I'm hoping is that we can also be more united and really become closer in terms of our unity of purpose for the Filipino community. We saw what we can achieve when we come together, and also look at what are some areas that we can really make changes that the Filipino community hasn't done before. I'd like us to see us charting new ground, becoming more involved and engaged here in Canada, and raising some of the issues that are of concern for the Filipino community. So I'd like to have the community have a bigger voice, push for more changes, and let's see some more results for the community. So that's my big hope.
Bayan pa kayang sakdal nila, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, tulad ng luha at galit
for coming. Thank you for gracing the show. Yes.
From Richmond Chinese Community Society, we love Philippines.
Yay!
Again, thank you very much for all your support and solidarity.
Welcome to Vancouver.
It broke my heart. It broke my heart to see my people cry the way that they were. You know, a lot of these families already have nothing. They have very little. And it just broke my heart to see that they didn't even have each other anymore. So we knew that we had to do something.
Breaking Barriers, young Canadian artists to help typhoon victims in coordination with the Canadian Red Cross, December 7th, Sunday at 7 p.m. at the Open Door Church in Maple Ridge. A special Gig for Life for the benefit of Typhoon Haiyan victims in coordination with the Canadian Red Cross, December 9th, Monday at 8 p.m. at the Stage 1 Academy.
You know, if we just bind ourselves together, we can accomplish a lot of things. So this is just the beginning.
We love you, Naomi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everyone for doing such a great job raising these funds for people who really, really need it.
The barangay is not yet supposed to be open until January 3. But we are so happy and we're so glad that we have opened it for this main activity. The very first activity of the barangay is to do a fundraising for our and ladies and gentlemen, 50,680.
Presence made a lot lot of difference.
Well, Louisa, I want to congratulate all the volunteers who came out today and the organizers, MV Paces, who did just a terrific job. Over $50,000 was raised tonight because of the volunteers that came out from the North Vancouver community. I want to thank you for coming tonight as well. It really was a big lift to the volunteers when they saw you come in the door, so thank you so much. And I just want to say that, it's a terrible, terrible thing that happened in the Philippines. One of my colleagues, the Minister for International Aid, Christian Parady, he was in the Philippines earlier this week, and he sent a message back to us about the devastation, and he was really, really moved by what he saw. I mean, it shook him at the amount of the devastation. He said 80 to 90% of the buildings that he saw in the area were destroyed. And so because of that, and he realizes how much work has to be done, the Canadian government has decided to extend the deadline for matching contributions to December the 23rd. So we have until December the 23rd for Canadians and Filipino Canadians to please donate to the Red Cross or a charity of your choosing, and we will match that money until December 23rd.
Thank you so much. That's such a good news. So everybody, please keep on giving.
Thank you. And yes, please keep on giving, and Merry Christmas, everybody.
So many communities are helping and donating to the Filipino typhoon victims. Thank you so much for your generosity. Congratulations to all those who have organized and donated their time for this cause. You guys are simply the best. Please don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Always be kind. Let's stop bullies. Please keep on giving. See you next Monday. Bye-bye.